The content makes it second coming to this luxury store that is making room for visual art, and that's what has brought the visitors here today.
The whole point of these exhibitions is actually to cross the lines, because the customers of Adam and Eve, not all of them are collectors, and not all the people who are going to buy today will be collectors, which is what happened at the first exhibition too. We just felt that if you're doing up your home, you need to surround yourself with beautiful things. And we've got artists doing beautiful things so that you can put that on your wall or in your space.
3 guest artists, Dr. Bruce Onobrakpeya, Kolade Osinowo, and Lekon Onabanjo, exhibit alongside 7 others who have their bios sitting pretty beside their works so people can meet the art and the artist whether they are here or not.
Maybe one of the reasons I have refused to relocate is the fact that I find so much inspiration in the Nigerian environment. There is so much to do around here. You know, everywhere you turn, you are inspired, you are excited. The colors here, I've been out there. The colors are grays and blacks and neutral. It's all very dull and dreary colors. But in Nigeria, go to the market and see all the colors in the rainbow on one woman, a market woman, wearing Ankara and selling pepper and tomatoes. It's amazing, the colors.
That time we had the Grandmasters and the next generation. Now this one, you will find that you have the Grandmasters as guest artists. Then you have 1 or 2 of the next generation. Then you move down to the 3rd generation and down to the next generation, so that everybody gets an opportunity for people to afford art. To get people who are not normally collectors to start collecting.
That's the lineup that has caught the audience's eye. One of them could not help but toast to the ingenuity hanging on the wall, although there were many unique household items competing for attention.
The more works you produce, the more your name reverberates, because more people will own your work, it will move through the world.
The combination makes it a sight for sore eyes, but one couldn't have expected anything less, as the brains driving the Adam and Eve vision see creativity in everything.
The items we sell are actually functional art. You see a nice Versace, you see how the handle goes. It's pure art. Because like Guzini says, Guzini will tell you that somebody draws it, gives an artistic impression, then the architect goes to work to make it functional, and the engineer finishes it off to make sure that it works properly.
While the art lovers staying on Lagos mainland don't have to walk the distance to enjoy good art.
It used to be the exclusive reserve of the island, but now there is a shift in focus to the mainland, and the passion and the enthusiasm that she's displayed in terms of these exhibitions. If you look at the quality of the catalogs, the arrangement, and so on, has been quite commendable.
When you mention art, the first thing that comes to your mind is across the bridge, the island. And a lot of people have forgotten, they seem to have forgotten that art should be a universal thing. Everybody can afford art.
As for the artist, they bring not only color but depth to the pieces displayed, from the technique adopted to the issues discussed. Take Ibe Ananaba for instance. He's all about the subject and what it needs to tell the viewer.
It addresses humanity, issues about bothering around humanity. Here I have, behind me I have the shower song. The shower song is usually, when you're in the shower, you're showering. That's when inspiration comes. So I'm trying to capture that mood. Then beside it is the pledge. The pledge talks about dedication, determination. You know, it's an abstract, I would call it a close-up of an abstract portrait of a human face. Then also I have a series of works it's a series I started in 2011, the Drip series, you know, titled Where Are You? Where Are You actually talks about a search.
That search for better days is what Juliet Ezenwa envisions. A brighter future for her country while defying the notion that a woman cannot celebrate another woman.
We will still have to deal with underage pregnancy, underage marriage, poverty, almajiri. These are the questions that come to my mind. So I decided to create an artwork to remember a time in Nigeria when these were the issues, and it didn't look like we were ready to face it. So I hope that in 10, 20 years' time, we will be looking at new sets of questions. We'll be redefining how we want to live. And I strongly believe that African females, especially Nigerian females, are grossly marginalized. And it is my place to fight for the cause of women and for the betterment of the girl child.
For those that live in Lagos, these scenes are all too familiar. All thanks to Damola, who has been fixated on the commercial hub for many years now.
I've been working over on Lagos for the past 25 years as an artist, and I was born in Lagos. I had my education also in Lagos, and I try to document Lagos, the past, the present, and the future. As we are looking for the mega city presently now, we should be able to show where we are presently as we look for that light at the end of the tunnel, which is the hope that everybody is now looking for.
And they get the thumbs up from more guests.
She's somebody that should be encouraged by everybody, you know, so that she'll be able to sustain, you know, the passion and the interest that she's showing in visual arts. It's a new development. And if you look at the last show and the short period within which she's mounted the Harmattan edition, you'll just be so amazed, you know, that so much has been put into this.
I like the use of colors. You will see more of pink, purple, orange, not just yellow and brown. And I like the mood, the environment. The setting is a village setting. It's not the normal painting that you see. You usually see city paintings, you see people's faces, but she's smiling, and the whole calmness of the painting is just what is really interesting.
These guests are glad that they came to see the Harmattan edition of the content.
We're getting to the home stretch now, but just before we leave the scene,
you can enjoy Art House on any of these platforms.
And that's how we draw the curtain on this week's episode. Thank you so much for being a part of it. And always remember, you can see this and any other edition of Art House on our YouTube page. And when you send in those works of art, always remember to put the appropriate information beside it. I'm Melinda Akilami. Have a lovely day.